Welcome to Dice with Death, where anyone could die at the roll of a dice. I'm your Direct Messenger Oli Bateman, and joining me again for this week's performative Dungeons & Dragons podcast is Chatty Badger's Jamie Powis.
Zakaiya was shot under a sky that was starry. She might die like Squiddy, who became calamari. I'm Aark.
Oh,
no.
Can't do this to me. We've only just started.
No, Jamie, no, not Squiddy.
That's not good, Jamie.
He's
That's
not dead either. We don't know he's
blow.
definitely dead.
He's dead, everyone. Come on. He's definitely dead.
Also joining us on this week's podcast is IGN's Amy Mallett.
I am Zakaiya Rebeldusk, and in a lush green wood, I took my rest before a douchebag sniper pierced my chest.
Oh,
It hurts. It hurts
Yeah,
because it's
those
true.
wounds are fresh.
Yes. And very close by, watching these fresh wounds happen, is WhatCulture.com's Adam Wilbourn.
I'm Titus. It's Zach, Aark, and me. We're just camping by the river of Seraclee. Shot while sleeping? This adventure just be starting. What happens next? Let's join our DM, Ollie R.R. Martin.
I will kill you. This is the podcast where I will kill you. Is everybody ready to continue the adventure?
Yeah.
Previously on Dice with Death, Aark, Zakaiya and Titus plummeted towards the Seraclean Ocean from the secret government facility's ventilation shaft. The face of the god of death Shinigami appeared in the waves below before being erased from your vision as best pal Squiddy broke the surface and caught you all in his tentacles while Planewalker headed straight for Squiddy to attack. In a tearful farewell, Squiddy saluted you all and tossed you out of harm's way hundreds of feet into the ocean as Planewalker used its catastrophic destruction beam, evaporating anything and everything in its path. As you all sunk into the ocean while being grabbed at by webbed hands, you all drifted into a coma while experiencing shared visions together as friends. In a lavender-filled galaxy in front of a marble archway, 3 symbols appeared depicting a storm cloud, a brown bear cub, and an iron anvil. The energy from these symbols rushed towards you all and enveloped your bodies, revealing shared visions depicting each one of you in personal historic situations. We saw Aark reaching out towards a tree that had been struck by lightning. We saw Zakaiya and her severed arm being cared for by a forest bear cub. And we saw Titus receiving an iron anvil at a tribal ceremony. And just as these visions finished, you could swear that something was watching you from behind the marble archway. Aark and Titus awoke in a medical bay to Aura Scalesguard of the Seraclean merfolk greeting them, while Zakaiya continued to slumber, where she experienced a memory all of her own. We saw her run into her house on the planet of Een to see her mum Brenna Rubbledusk reading a 4-year-old Zakaiya a bedtime story before singing her soundly to sleep with a lullaby. On hearing the lullaby, Zakaiya hummed the melody back to her mother and heard the noise of a single click like something was unlocking close by. Zakaiya awoke in the medical bay with Titus and Aark comforting her before noticing a small pin protruding from her prosthetic arm. After pulling on the pin, a dark wooden splinter was revealed from a locket made from the tooth of a giant swamp bear. Zakaiya knew that this splinter was from her family's home sign, the one that she had been looking for all this time, and as she held it between her fingers she felt complete, knowing that this was her new druidic focus. You all then headed off to find Aura Scalesguard on the command platform of the battle sub, where she sat you down to answer any questions you had about the strange occurrences going on. In a successful attempt to keep Aura truthful during the sit-down, Aark cast Zone of Truth on the whole room. She told you she didn't know the Planewalker was in the facility and had no idea how it made its way to the planet of Azul from the planet of Een. She told you about the travel ban and the selfish mining of the Blue Arcane by the current government used to power weapons like Planewalker, and she told you vague details about a humanoid prophecy involving a bear, an iron anvil, and a storm cloud, foretold by ancient Parlatians that would eradicate a phenomena known as mind shadows. You all then, for the very first time, spoke openly to each other about the nightmare encounters you had experienced with mind shadows when you first slept on the escape pod, and the possibility that you were all directly connected to this prophecy. Aura then left the room while Zakaiya, like a lost daughter looking towards her dad for advice, asked Aark if you could trust her. Aark, ashamed by his involvement in the Planewalker incident that killed Zakaiya's family, although Zakaiya doesn't know it yet, left the room to follow Aura Scalesguard, and while a downtrodden and ignored Zakaiya tried to make sense of his behaviour with Titus, Aark caught up to Aura and presented her with a scrying letter. He told Aura that this was how his wife, Colonel Ellick, was communicating with him previously, and asked if she could use her best intelligence officers to try and track her down. After meeting up again in the living quarters with Zakaiya giving Aark the cold shoulder, Titus confronted Aark like a big brother would about his behaviour towards her. Aark acknowledged that he had made plenty of mistakes in his life and would try his hardest to make it up to her somehow. At 2 a.m. the following morning, you all departed from the battle sub, where Aura instructed you to find a mysterious woman named Madame Mordana, who could help you find Mr. Moto Hirakoshi. The gang reached the outskirts of the town of Ilyiad and set up camp for the night in order to arrive in town at a more sociable hour. With tension still running high between you all, Aark took overwatch while Titus and Zakaiya napped. Aark then snuck off into the forest to find a piece of dark oak wood and set about lovingly recreating Zakaiya's family home sign, engraving her mother and father's name as he watched over them sleeping. Just then, a sniper shot rang out from 100 feet away, flying through the dense forest and piercing Zakaiya's torso as she slept, immediately wiping out half her hit points and making Jamie, Amy and Adam very, very annoyed at the DM, which is me. And that's where we are now. Aark, you are sat perched in a tree 30 feet away from Zakaiya and Titus. Titus, you hear the shot and immediately wake to see Zakaiya clutching at her stomach. And Zakaiya, you feel a warmth, a painful warmth, overcome your body as blood starts to pour from your abdomen. Zakaiya, as you are shot, roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
20... Oh no, 19. Sorry, I had that up wrong. 19.
You resist this shot. It pierces your skin and every ounce of your being wants to completely freeze up and stay still, but you resist it. You resist the feeling to flee, and you stay exactly where you are. Everybody, please go ahead and roll initiative. It's time, baby. It's time.
It's a damn.
Oh.
Titus.
7.
Aark.
6.
Oh no.
Zakaiya.
8. I mean, I've been shot. I'm looking at you guys.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Zakaiya, this shot pierces your abdomen. You're holding your stomach, and even though you resist the feeling to flee, you're up first. You get to act. You are awake. You are up. What are you doing?
I'm basically just going, guys, oh my god, what the hell was that? Titus, where's Titus? How can I see him?
What's going on? Sorry, I fell back to sleep briefly there.
Titus is right in front of you on the bedspread, on the bedroll under the tree next to you. It's just the other side of the tree.
Titus, I'm hit. What can you see? Can you see anything?
Oh yeah, can I have a look around? Can I see where the shots come from?
It is not your turn yet.
Oh, okay,
Titus.
sorry.
Damn it.
We are in initiative. Zakaiya, what are you doing? You've just been shot.
Can I cast my spirit totem?
Oh, yes, you can. Would you
Because
mind?
that will surround Titus and give him power to defend me.
Absolutely. Could you please, this is the first time we're hearing of this. You are a druid, so this is exciting.
I'm a druid.
Could you please read for me exactly what it is that you're doing?
Okay, so starting at my 2nd level, I can call forth nature spirits to influence the world around me. So as a bonus action, I can magically summon an incorporeal spirit to a point I can see within 60 feet of me. So the spirit creates an aura in a 30-foot radius around that point, so it will encompass Titus and me. It counts as neither a creature nor an object, though it has the spectral appearance of the creature it represents, and mine is a bear. So as a bonus action, I can move the spirit if I want to. The spirit persists for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated, which is probably going to be pretty soon. Once you use this feature, I can't use it again. Once I use it, I can't use it again until I had a long or a short rest. So the bear spirit, which is my one, grants me and my allies its might and endurance. So every creature of my choice in the aura, when the spirit appears, gains temporary hit points equal to 5+ my druid level. So my druid level is 2, so you'll get 7 extra hit points. And I think I will too, won't I? Because I'm within it too.
Yes, you will. What was the radius of that again? Did you say that was 30 feet?
30 feet around me, yeah.
Okay, well, you have, because it's 30 feet around you, you have also managed to get, unknowingly, Aark, who is 30 feet just above you. He's just at the edge of that. So you all get 7 temporary hit points. Zakaiya, brilliant move. You have not used your action yet, just your bonus action. What are you wanting to do?
I mean, I can't see who I'm even fighting. I have no idea how to combat this. So, is there any way I could take cover? Is there anything around me I can hide behind?
You are in a dense forest. You are sleeping right under a tree, a redwood tree. So, you could hide behind a tree if you wanted to. You could lie prone. There's so many things that you could do right now.
Okay, I'm going to dive to the nearest tree, obviously within radius, and press my back flat against that tree, listening for further sounds, for footsteps.
Okay, you hide behind a tree. You are listening out for the sounds of something coming towards you, coming after you.
One thing to mention as well, I actually forgot to mention this. In addition, me and my allies gain an advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while in the aura.
Excellent. Okay. You're all still in the aura right now, so that's all good. Zakaiya, is that the end of your turn?
It is indeed.
Titus, with a 7, you are next. You are up.
So I assume I was sleeping on my back, so I'm going to roll over onto my stomach and try and see if I can... Oh, rage, of course. And see if I can see where this shot has come from.
Roll me a perception check.
Hang on. Oh, can I show it? Nat 20, baby!
Yes!
Yay!
Oh my goodness. With a nat 20, Titus, you roll over in the most athletic way that you've ever done. You're on your belly and you push yourself up by doing a push-up. Full on push-up, clap hands back down, and you spot immediately 100 feet away. That's 100 feet away. It's amazing that you've seen that. But nat 20, you see the glint of a sniper scope on a rifle 100 feet to the southeast of your position, through the dense forest, through all the brush. You see this glint. You know exactly where this attacker is 100 feet away. What would you like to do?
Probably get some fucking cover, if I'm honest. So Aark is above me?
Aark is above you, but you guys don't know where Aark is because you've woken up not knowing actually where he is, although he is directly above you, but you don't know that yet, so yeah.
I'll go to sort of a tree on the opposite side of Zakaiya, just so I can still see her. So we got it's like if there was a tunnel, basically, we're each on opposite sides, so we can see each other, but they don't just know to aim the sniper rifle at one tree, basically. And I suppose all I can do then, because I'm not going to hoy a bloody... Well, if I go out to hoy a javelin, which is my only really sort of long-range weapon, I'm just might as well wave a flag saying, I'm over here, please shoot me. So I'm just going to hide, I'm going to take some cover behind one of the trees and just shout for Aark, because I feel like his flight is the only thing that can maybe help us in this scenario. And then, apart from raging.
I love the idea that we're all, you know how sometimes you're in a wood or you're walking down the path and a tiny bit of bird poo just lands on your shoulder. That happens and we're all just like, oh, Aark.
God, imagine, just think about that for a second. Imagine if your dad took a poo on your shoulder. That's what this is like. That's what I think this is like anyway. Anyway, you're hidden behind these trees. You're like a SWAT team that's ready to breach into a room, if you were hiding either side of a door.
Yeah, I'd like to think I do some sort of signals to her like they do, but she just shrugs at me and I shrug back because I don't really know what they mean either.
It looks like he's saying, kiss me, kiss me.
For listeners of the podcast, Adam put up his fist and did SWAT symbols, when they count in and stuff like that to go, go, go. So you do that, you roll behind, you are behind a tree. You've taken some movement, you've done a bonus action. You still have an action, but if you'd like to end your turn there, you can.
Could I ready an action? Is that possible?
Yes. What action would you like to ready?
Oh, that's the question, isn't it?
Looks like Adam's dropped from the call.
Can I ready an action? Yes. I just want to ready something. Okay.
This is quite the delay for this action. This better be a good action now.
Can I delay my action to when? Tomorrow.
Can I please, Siri, can you schedule an action for tomorrow, please?
I'm back now. Literally, the thing then, I said, can I ready action? And Ollie laughed, and it went in slow motion so much, it was like a horror film. It was like, I don't know, can I ready an attack action? But I suppose it's just in case they close in.
Okay, so are you doing that with your javelin?
I'm not anticipating close range combat, so I'll get one of my javelin. I'll get my javelin out and ready to poised to throw that just in case. And I'll also shout to Zakaiya, "Fucking sniper!" like she hasn't already realised.
I love the idea that the guys just said, "Fucking sniper!" Damn, my cover is blown.
It is the turn of the sniper, who is going to roll. He's going to roll a perception check with advantage, being that he's looking down the sniper scope at the moment. Ooh, yes. With a 25, he spots Aark on the lowest branch of the tree, 30 feet above him. He is going to take a shot at you, Aark. So he's going to use his long-range sniper rifle to try and shoot you. Here we go. Does a 19 hit you, Aark?
It hits.
It hits. Okay. Oh, okay. You take 4 points of piercing damage. This shot rings out through the brush again, like it did towards Zakaiya, and gets you just in the shoulder. In fact, no. It gets you in the thigh. That's where it gets you, because you're on. I know.
Oh, saucy.
Hello.
Raunchy. Very saucy shot, that one. Yeah, this bullet pierces into your thigh. And that is the end of his turn. It's now Aark's go. He's just been shot in the thigh, in the chicken thigh.
So I've been shot by him, or her, them, whatever. Do I know where they are now? Because I've been shot by them.
Roll me a perception check with advantage.
15 plus 4 is 19.
Okay, 19. Opposed stealth check. Here we go. That's not going to do it. You know exactly where this sniper is. You see 100 feet away.
Shit on him.
The sniper.
Or her.
Swoop, swoop.
Hashtag snipers,
Swoop, swoop.
hashtag feminism.
You see the sniper. He is, he's laying down flat on the grass, covered in kind of camo. What was your perception check again? A 19. With a 19, Aark, you also see, as well as the glint of the sniper scope on top of his rifle, you see, along the same line as his body, maybe towards a pocket, a glint of a transparent object of some description.
At least it's not a boner. I mean, that's the first thing I thought. So. Cool.
Yeah, he failed his stealth check because with an erection, his arse was in the air because his boner was protruding his arse into the air. Yeah, but yeah, Aark, you see that. You see a transparent object just kind of in the side of his utility belt.
Okay, so Aark is very angry. So he's angry at himself because he was on watch and let it happen. And Zakaiya's been shot and he's been shot. So he's very pissed off right now. So he is going to fly his full 50 feet towards this sniper guy. He's going to start praying very loudly to Tempo about wrath and the storm. He's going to channel divinity and cast Shatter. So the spell Shatter is a sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature within a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point must make a Constitution saving throw. I'm going to pick the sniper rifle. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a fail save, or half as much damage on a successful one. If a creature is made of inorganic material like stone, the creature has disadvantage on the saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage in the spell's area. And I'm channeling Divinity as well, so I'm using Wrath of the Storm. So hopefully he's getting fucked up.
had me at maximum damage.
And you say you're casting this on the rifle itself?
Yeah, 10-foot radius of the rifle.
Of the rifle, okay. Here we go. Constitution saving throw. What does he need to beat?
He needs to beat a 14.
Oh, he got a 14.
Okay.
Meets it, beats it. So he's only going to take half the damage. Roll that damage.
I don't have to. It's maximum, so it's 12 thunder damage.
Okay, half to 6.
No, so that was half. It's 24 thunder damage he would have taken.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
12 thunder damage to this sniper. You hear a just from the brush.
Can we all just agree that Aark is so OP and we're here for it?
Thunder clouds kind of center around a point, and it rumbles the ground, and you see, Aark, a glint of something fly out from where the sniper was, 20 feet away from its body. You don't know what it is because it's pitch black at the moment. It's 3 a.m. You're in dense forest. Something that had a glint on it has been thrown from this sniper. Is that the end of your turn, Jamie?
How is the sniper rifle looking? Is it taking any damage, for example?
Ooh.
So the sniper rifle has also taken the 12 damage. Okay. But with it being so dark, you can't actually see it.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Back to the top of the round, Zakaiya, what are you doing? You've heard this thunder, you've heard some shots go off. You and Titus are side by side on different trees, peering round to see what's going on. What are you doing?
Okay, so I don't actually know where this guy is. Did Titus manage to figure out where he was?
Titus found out exactly where this person
Exactly where he was. So can Titus just say to me, he's there, and I can effectively cast a spell in that area?
You can ask Titus if he's seen him.
Yeah, he's 100 feet away from us though, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Okay, Titus, whereabouts is he?
I believe I demonstrated this to you with my gesticulations. He is 100 feet in that direction.
You need to get those out.
Titus unzips his fly. No.
Testiculations.
There's no need for that.
I think Titus would get the swans out and to tell you he's in that direction. Flexing to tell you which direction he is, basically, for those who can't
Titus
see.
invites you to the gun show and points towards through the trees where this sniper is.
Okay. Can I roll maybe stealth to creep slowly through the undergrowth? Like maybe go prone to kind of start to approach the sniper but stay out of sight?
Yes, roll me a... you won't have to go prone. You can roll me... I mean, if you were gonna lie prone, you'd only be able to move half of your movement, but with a successful stealth check, I could let you crouch and...
I'm thinking
move the
video
full
game
distance.
Crouch waddle.
Yeah, this is a solid snake crouch run. So yeah, give me a... this will be a stealth roll. Just roll me a normal stealth roll. So yeah, D20 plus your stealth.
Oh, 10.
10. Okay.
Not bad, not good.
Middling. With a 10, the sniper still knows exactly where your position is. But how much movement are you using?
I was going to try and move, because I can only move 30 feet at a time, can't I? I was going to try and get closer to him to close the gap. But I'm now worried that he's just going to shoot me in the face. So can I use a bonus action to hide again? Or is that not allowed?
No, absolutely. Okay, so let's say you've used 30 feet of movement. Yeah, I'll let you use In fact, no, you don't have to use a bonus action because
Just take cover. Yeah.
Just use your action to hide. Yeah. Roll me a stealth check.
10 again.
10 again. Opposed perception check here. Oh, goodness gracious me. Yeah, that is a 12. So you are hunkered down, but he still knows exactly where you are. And that is the end of your go.
Okay.
Titus, you're up. You've seen Zakaiya move out of position. What are you doing?
If with Zakaiya's movement, does her spell go with her, or does it stay where we were?
The aura is currently still in the same position because she didn't use her bonus action to move it. So it's still around you, Titus.
Okay. There's no point. I don't even know why I readied an action to throw a javelin because they can only go 30 feet. So it's kind of bloody pointless. So, I think what I'd like to do is stealth closer to him, but none of this crawling bollocks. I think I can disguise myself with some leaves and he just thinks the tree's moving. So I'm going to shove some tree leaves down my pants and, yeah. I mean, you know, like in Macbeth when they're like, oh, there's a bloody forest attacking the castle.
That's the actual quote, isn't it? That's the actual Shakespeare quote.
Yeah.
There's a bloody forest.
The bloody forest.
A bloody forest.
Yeah, so I'd like to grab some, like, what's it called? Not heather, but, you know, the...
Ferns?
Ferns, that's what I'm looking for.
Ferns,
grab some
foliage?
Ferns. Yeah, some nearby foliage. Shove it down my pants. Yeah. And let's get walking.
Okay. You using all your movement to get closer to this guy?
I'm going to use 15 feet of my movement, so I'm right on the edge of that spell in case I get shot.
Very good. You stand up, leave stuff down your pants like this is a medieval codpiece, walking towards danger, walking into a forest. Are you holding branches up with leaves on them as well?
I just realised, as I'm demonstrating this to you, I've got a tree branch in each hand.
You walk towards this sniper, staying on the inside of this aura, so you're still covered by it. If you could hear what this sniper was saying in his mind, it's along the lines of WTF and more.
Because he thinks a tree's coming close to him. That's why. You've seen that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get the sniper to roll an insight check to see if he thinks this is really a tree.
Here we go.
Oh my god, he got a 4. He thinks this is a tree.
Oh my god.
This sniper genuinely thinks that a treant of some kind, has appeared in the forest and is walking towards him, and his mind is absolutely boggled.
Titus, you're going to scare him into submission with a couple of leaves, like twigs stuffed down your pants.
Titus, is that the end of your turn?
I don't think you can get any better than that. I'll end my turn there and leave it to the professionals.
Okay, it is the sniper's go. He has seen, he's seen where Zakaiya's gone, but Aark is closer, so he is going to take a shot at Aark. Does a 13 hit you, Aark?
Misses.
This shot bellows past you, straight by your head. He recocks his gun. He's going for a multi-attack, so he's going to have another shot at you again. Even worse, he got a 9, shoots straight past your head again. He has been so overcome by the thunder that has just struck him. He doesn't know if it's night or day, and it's clearly night, and he doesn't know. He's now going to use his movement to try and get closer to Zakaiya. He's going to try and run towards Zakaiya. He uses his 30 feet of movement, so he is now... God, quick maths, can't do that. He's 60 feet away from you, Zakaiya, because you moved slightly closer.
Yep.
And he is going to try and lie prone and be hidden. Zakaiya, roll me a perception check.
Oh god, I'm rolling terribly today. 6.
6. Okay. You don't see where he's gone. He uses the trees, he uses the foliage to get around. Aark, you roll me a perception check, please.
That is a 15 plus 4, 19.
You know exactly where he is. You know that he's 60 feet away from Zakaiya, and you see exactly where his position has moved to. Aark, it's your turn.
I'm going to pop my walking stick away, pull out my short sword, and I am going to dive on that guy who's lying prone.
Damn.
Okay.
Can you go
Okay.
"Caca" as you land? Like the noise in in Assassin's Creed when you leap, like get him like a baby rabbit.
It's a shame there are no piles of hay for Aark to jump straight into Assassin's Creed style, Ezio style. Okay, so this is a melee attack that you're doing as you swoop in with your fly speed, right?
Yeah.
You have advantage on this attack because he is lying prone. Roll it up.
Wow, I rolled 2 14s. So that's 20, a modded 20.
Hits.
Lovely.
Absolutely hits. You swoop in, slashing at this guy. Roll the damage.
That's 7 damage.
7 slashing damage as you swoop in with your short sword. When you use your 50 feet of movement, are you going straight back up? Where are you in your position when you end? Are you right above him? What's going on?
I like to think I've landed on him.
Okay,
So I've
talons
landed on him.
first.
Talons first,
Oh.
and shoved my sword in.
Talons first, swiping into this guy. Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, he takes 7 damage. Even though it's super dark, you can see from the moonlight, which is piercing through some of the canopy of the trees, the glint on your sword as it slashes into this guy. And you can see he's pretty beat up and bloodied, and he's gasping, and he's very heavily breathing as if he is incredibly hurt. Can you do anything else, Aark? Do you want to do anything else?
I kind of want to shout to my I would say colleagues then, but there you go, my colleagues. Don't worry about it, guys. I've got this. Just make sure you're all right.
Just another day at the office.
Great. So you shout to everybody. That's Zakaiya's go. Zakaiya, what are you doing?
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to move the bear totem, because I took a bit of a gamble, to be fair, like leaving. I left it with Titus, thinking like he'll need the strength. But can I move it so that it still encompasses Titus and myself?
Yes.
We're still close enough, aren't we? And then Aark will be in it too.
Yes.
No, because he's 60 foot away, isn't he?
Yes, Aark will not be in the circle, but you can definitely move it so you and Titus are in.
Okay, sorry, buddy. Well, I mean, you've got an advantageous position anyway. You're literally claws in his back. So I will move it to me and Titus, so we are health buffered and getting advantage on those strength rolls. Can I use another sort of search to see if I can see him? I mean, Aark's just landed on him, so...
Yes. Roll me a perception check with advantage.
So my highest is 19.
Great. You've seen Aark land straight on where this attacker is, so you know exactly where he is. What would you like to do?
I know exactly where he is. Okay, I would like to cast Ice Knife. So this can travel 60 feet, so it's just perfect for whereabouts he is. So I create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. I make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Whether I hit or I miss, the shard explodes, so I can't use it again. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. Ice cold damage.
Okay. So this is a roll to hit spell. Jamie, you will need to do a saving throw because you are on top of this guy. What was the saving throw? Sorry, Amy.
The saving throw is succeed on dexterity saving throw.
Okay, roll to hit this sniper as he lays in the grass.
Okay, so just remind me because I haven't done very spells. What am I rolling for this?
So this is a D20, Jamie. What is it plus?
Your
Remind me.
spell attack bonus,
Okay.
which is your proficiency plus your whatever you use to cast spells, so wisdom.
25. That was a nat 20.
A nat 20.
Yes, when it counts. Nice. Okay, so that's 25.
This is good and this is bad.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sorry, Aark. I kind of forgot you were on top of him, but I was thinking I could just aim it at the guy.
Totally. Ice Knife is one of those spells that is a line spell but then does area of effect. So yeah, that's what we go with.
Darn it.
Nat 20, you are doing double damage.
Oh my God,
roll
you're going to
damage.
kill him.
Roll all your
Please don't
damage
kill-
and times it by 2.
Oh god. Okay, so on a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Times it by 2. Oh god. Okay, 1d10.
Just watch you do this. I love the fact that Aark went, guys, I've got this. Oh my God.
I feel so bad.
Aark says, it's fine, and then gets blasted with ice.
Yeah.
She's still angry at me. I can appreciate that.
Yes,
Don't worry.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
There's still some tense feelings between you two at the moment, unresolved issues.
Unresolved issues. Okay, d10. I haven't thrown a d10 before. Luckily, it's a nat 1. So on a hit, the target takes 1d10. So that plus times 2, wasn't it? So that'll be 2 damage overall.
2 damage to this sniper on the ground. You see this ice kind of cover completely over him. Ice knife stabbing into his chest. He's very bloodied. But you also see explode up Aark's talons and up his little chicken legs. How much damage does Jamie take? You've got to do a con saving throw, haven't you?
It's Dex, isn't it?
Dexterity
dex
saving
saving
throw.
throw,
Sorry,
yeah.
do a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's not looking good.
Oh, dear.
I rolled a 10 plus 4, so 14.
Oh, right. Attack save. Dex 13.
Hey.
So you've beaten it. Oh, thank God for that.
Do I take half damage, or do I take no damage? What's the spell say?
No, it doesn't. It literally just says the target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. Doesn't say anything about failing.
Yeah. These ice knives pierce into this guy's chest. It's not a huge amount of damage, but he's been slashed. He's been stabbed with ice. He is not loving life.
Cool. And as the cold ice queen I am at the moment to Aark, because I'm still a bit annoyed at him, I just sort of like give him a look as if to be like, you're lucky you survived that. Even though deep down, Zakaiya was like, fuck, oh my God, I'm going to kill him. I didn't mean to do that. But on the surface, she's like, yeah, I meant to do that.
You're like a 15-year-old girl, absolutely doing over your parents and getting one up on them with an ice knife, which not many 15-year-old girls get to do. So well done. Titus, the treant of the forest.
I'm loving this.
This sniper still thinks that you are a tree. What are you doing?
I want to try and move up close to, if not maybe slightly in front of Zakaiya, so she's hidden behind a tree.
A real tree.
Because you know when Aark said, I've got this, guys, I heard, I've got this, guys, so I'm not going to try hoying a javelin at him or anything like that.
I want to say thank you for listening. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. You're taking the lead from your adopted dad and going, nope, he's fine. So you use your movement. You can easily get to Zakaiya. You stand in front of her as this tree. Are you doing anything else?
Maybe give her a leaf to just pop on her head. A crotch leaf to pop on her head.
Camouflage.
Just pull it out of the pants and then hand it to her.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm alright, actually.
Actually, no,
thanks, though.
I don't even hand it to her. I plonk it on her head before she can say anything.
It sticks there.
Oh, it sticks. No.
No!
The
my
sniper's
God.
going to roll perception to see if he now thinks that Zakaiya is a bush. He thinks Zakaiya is a bush.
Yay!
From one bush to another, eh, Adam?
Oh, I love it.
He got a nat 1, so he definitely thinks that Zakaiya and you are just foliage now. That's it. Titus.
This is our lives now.
Titus, that's the end of your go. It's
Yeah.
now the sniper's turn, and the sniper is going to try and melee attack with the butt of his gun up towards Aark, right in the chest. Aark, remind me of your AC, please.
So yeah, my AC is 17.
AC is 17. Rolling with disadvantage. Here we go. Okay, the first one is a 24, but we're rolling with disadvantage. Second one's an 18. So he hits you. Despite you being completely over him covered in ice and slashed, he butts you with the back of his rifle right up into your chest. You get winded, and for a second, you stand completely still and frozen. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 19 plus 3, 22.
Amazing.
Solid.
Full disclosure, he was trying to stun you, and he failed. So he still gets this butt of the gun straight up into your chest, and you take 5 damage, 5 bludgeoning damage right up into your chest.
Okay.
How are you looking, Aark, at this point before you do what you're going to do?
I'm looking really good because I had temporary hit points when I was hit, and I've left the area, so now I was just back at my maximum hit points.
Yes. So what are you going to do now?
Right. So when he hits me,
Yeah.
he sees little flecks of electricity kind of course across my feathers. He has to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm using something called Wrath of the Storm. So you can thunderously rebuke attackers when a creature within 5 foot of you that you can see hits you with an attack. You can use your reaction to cause the creature to make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d8 lightning damage or thunder damage, your choice, on a failed save throw, and half as much on a successful one.
Okay. What does he have to beat?
Has to be at 14.
14. Ooh, okay. I thought he was going to use Indomitable, but he got a 19.
He takes 3 plus 8, so that is 11 halved. So that would be 5 damage.
5. What type of damage is this? Sorry.
Oh, let's do thunder.
Thunder. Great. 5 thunder damage straight through this guy's chest. He's looking so beat up and hurt. He is desperately trying to get out of this situation, and he's hanging on for dear life. Aark, it's now your go.
Yeah, I'm going to melee attack him again.
Okay, roll with advantage. This poor bastard on the floor, just gone out. He's just a guy who's trying to make a living, trying to bring in a bounty, and he's nearly dead on the forest floor. What did you get, Aark?
24.
Oh, yeah, you definitely hit him. Roll damage, see what happens.
6 damage.
6 damage. Aark, how do you want to do this?
Yes. Oh.
Nice.
Come on, everybody. Come on, let's cheer him on. He's just killed someone again.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes!
I don't say pretty much single-handedly here, guys, but, don't worry.
I mean, I took down 2 of his hit points.
I am a tree.
I am Groot.
Titus is Groot!
Titus is literally Groot. I'm now one with the bush too, so yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, congratulations on your prey.
That's the next t-shirt, isn't it? One with the bush.
One with the bush.
I am one with the bush.
I'm one with the bush.
I'm still seeing this like autumnal leaf it's been down Titus's pants, perfectly stuck to your forehead.
Yep, so am I.
No adhesive needed, baby.
Staying put well, isn't it?
So, as this guy hits me with the butt of his rifle, I step back, I fly up in the air, I hit him with electricity, and as I land again, I sink my talons into him, and just bury my knife in his head.
Oh, lovely.
Like a ripened watermelon, this knife plunges into this guy's head, straight into the forehead, and he is out like a light. Good night, everybody. He's dead. You're all out of combat. Congratulations, you have successfully killed this bounty hunter who was after you. We have a tree in a bush and a birdman. What are you doing?
Can I run up to Zakiya and go, "Oh my God, where's Titus? Is he okay?"
You run up to Zakaiya and say this. What do you do, Zakaiya?
I say, dude, look, Come on. You've seen plenty of trees in your time. Do you think that's a tree?
Don't mind me. I'm just branching out into a new career.
Wow!
I gestured towards Titus, who's flexing. Have you ever seen a tree flex? Really, Aark? Really?
Can I pick up the sniper rifle? I really like the look of that thing. Or maybe should we, one of the group I don't know who would be best to wield it, but I really like the sound of it.
It's pretty cool. Should we go investigate him and see if we can find anything on him? Yeah. I'm kind of going to walk over to him. My chest is really hurting from taking that massive hit at the beginning. So I'm very, weak and sort of a bit stroppy at the moment. But we get to him, so shall we... Who wants to investigate?
Yeah, everybody can go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please. Aark.
18.
Zakaiya.
16.
Titus.
5. I can't see the body, can I? Let's be honest.
Trees
You don't have eyes. Yeah. You're barking up the wrong tree there.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
Titus, you are so imbued with still being a tree, being the roguish master of disguise that you think you are. You don't see anything. You see a dead body on the floor. Aark, you got the highest in your investigation check, but Zakaiya, you also help out with Aark as well. It's a little bit of an awkward moment, but it's also you're just working together to make sure that each other is fine. You look around the body. Aark, you also, with your investigation check, remember that you saw a glint of something pop off the body and go in towards the trees. So with your investigation check, you find what that object is. You find in the bounty hunter's possession, maybe 10 feet away from him, a very worn and janky looking transparent glass rectangle, the same size as a credit card. Aark, although you haven't seen one of these in probably about 5 years, you immediately recognize this is a communications device known as a holo card. You've used one of these thousands of times before, mostly for mission briefings or to give orders out to soldiers in the field, or with digital paper trails of where or who those orders came from. But this one is slightly different in the fact that you can see rerouted wires outside of the glass casing, like away from this object's motherboard, rerouted into different ports.
With my background, I know there are security features with it. So with the modifications, can I switch it on and see what the orders are?
As you hold it, a message appears on the transparent card which says, authorization needed for access. You remember from your days of military that to open one of these, you'd need a middle and index fingerprint along with a live heartbeat of its registered owner.
Yeah, I've put a sword through his head. He's not coming back from that.
Yeah.
Zakaiya and Titus, in this moment, roll me insight checks, please.
Oh, yay! Nat 20.
Hey!
Did you really got a nat 20?
Yeah.
Yes, nat
I
20 on that lovely D20. With a nat 20, Zakaiya, having been kind of a nomad for the last 5 years of your life, having left Een and lived on the planet of Azul for a while and travelled around, you've been in some bars, you've been in some dives, you've hung out with some lesser than moral people in your time, drinking buddies. You know from your time in these bars and pubs and clubs that there are people called netjackers who can infiltrate synthetic electrical magic objects. People who can break into things, who can rewire wires to access what they need to. And you remember that in this moment from your time of being a nomad on the planet of Azul.
Guys, I think this has been tampered with. Someone's hacked into this.
Oh, damn.
I don't know. Did that tree just speak? Oh my god. I don't know who or why. Is there any other identification on the body?
There's a body?
Yes, we forgot that Titus didn't see the body. Titus, you now fully see the body on the floor.
Oh,
bloody
there it
covered
is.
in ice. Yeah, that guy that was attacking you. You find, as part of your investigation on this guy, not really any. There's nothing that's like, this man's name was Harry Lazenby or anything like that. You find dog tags on this guy, and you find numbers on the dog tags.
Guys, I think he had a dog.
Yeah, where's the dog? Is that still out there?
On the dog tags, it has the numbers 091289. And that's it.
Okay. Can I pocket those just in case we might need to refer to them later?
Yeah, absolutely. You put them in your backpack or satchel or whatever kind of carrying case that you have with you.
Aark, where did you go? You left us. We were asleep.
Yeah, I thought you were keeping watch, buddy.
I was.
Well then, did you not see the sniper? Whoever the fuck this guy is?
No, I didn't. Sorry. I've let you down there.
Cool, so guess your
well.
long-range eyesight isn't up to much, so I'll be taking the sniper rifle.
I still would prefer Aark to take the sniper rifle.
Okay,
I mean, this
fair
guy
enough.
thinks,
Absolutely,
yeah,
yeah.
literally,
Yeah,
he's
that
got
makes
leaves
sense.
down,
Yeah,
leaves down his
yeah,
pants.
yeah.
If you didn't have quite as many figs down your pants, I probably would have said yes. But you slapped me on the face with a very foul-smelling leaf.
In this moment of hilarity about remembering about the fig leaves, you do notice the quiet tension and pauses between Aark and Zakaiya as Aark apologizes again for a mistake that he's made. What are you two doing in this? It's 3:30 in the morning. You're stood in a forest with a dead body beneath you and all this tension between you both. What's going on?
I'm going to fly back to that perch 30 foot in the air.
Just above where they were sleeping.
Yeah, so I'm just going to fly back there. Also, as you turn around, as I kind of flap my wings, you probably see the rifle that I've already got from, where was it? The barracks, which I picked up. So I probably don't need another rifle if someone else wants to have it. But yeah, I'm going to fly back onto that perch, and I like to think I left the sign kind of balanced on that kind of like tree branch. So I'm just going to pick it up again and just start carving it again.
Aark, you had just about finished carving the sign by the time that sniper shot had rung out. So you have already completed this sign. It is complete and in your hands.
I'm just going to keep carving it. I'm just going to do like little tiny things, little stupid things, like not really doing anything with it, but just up there, quiet, still carving it.
Zakaiya, Aark has walked away from you again.
He's just flown off,
answered.
isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, okay, I guess that's the end of that conversation. And then I realised that I'm talking to a tree, which makes it even worse. So I kind of just like scowl after him a little bit. And I think maybe he's annoyed at me because of the ice knife situation. I've never cast an ice knife before. So I must admit, I did look a little bit naive and foolish to think that it might not have hurt him at the same time. So I do feel like maybe he's angry at me for that. So I just turn to Titus and I say, do you want the sniper rifle then, buddy?
Do I?
As he says this, you see his hands unclench from the branches. The branches drop, and you clamber down for this sniper rifle, which you have no business wielding whatsoever. But you pick it up and put it over your. It barely fits around your 6 foot wide shoulders. Like it looks like If a sniper rifle was a crop top that just covered nipples, that's what it is. It's just across your chest, and that's it.
Funny.
And I see that, Zakaiya's been a bit put out by this whole thing. So I think it's time for a joke to cheer her up. So I say to her, hey, it's not all bad. What's a tree's favourite month?
I don't know, Titus. What is a tree's favourite month?
I want the second half of this to be said needlessly loud at 3:30 in the morning, Ollie. September! Anyway, back to bed. Let's get a short rest before we go to this Ilyiad place in the morning.
You hear echoing all around you the sounds of marsh crickets just chirping in the night with their back legs. Aark, you're back up in the trees. Zakaiya and Titus, what are you guys doing?
I guess we'll just sleep.
Yeah, wander back
What do you
to,
want to do,
our,
Titus?
to our sleeping rolls or whatever they're called, roll mats, and try and get our head down for a few hours before we march on Ilyiad.
One thing that I would like to do, because obviously I've my sort of stomach is still seeping with blood. Is because I was shot really badly. Now that my bear totem has obviously gone because we're out of combat, I will be back to having half health again. So can I use one of our potions? We've still got 2 left.
You could absolutely use one of your potions, or because you guys are going to take a short rest, you can roll your hit die and try and get back up to full. So tell me what you want to do. If you want to sleep, it's 3:30 in the morning. A sociable time to get into the town of Ilyiad is, if this is a farming town or if this is a grain town or any kind of town where there's like industrial production going on or something like that, then maybe 6 o'clock would be a good time to enter. 6 a.m. But most other people are going to be out and about probably 7 a.m. So it is completely up to you if you would like to short rest until that time or just stay up.
I will short rest and see. How do I roll for hit points?
So you roll your hit die, which I think for druids is a D8. It should be on your sheet anyway, what your hit die is.
I was just trying to find it, but I couldn't see.
At level 2, you'll have 2 hit die. So yeah, you can roll both of those and try and get up to full.
We'll do 2d8s then. Okay, so that's 4, 4 and 7.
Hey, how long do we have to rest for a short rest?
1 hour.
Okay, because I just want to, I might want to make sure Aark doesn't get completely mugged off and has to stay on watch all night. So I'll have I only want a short rest to get. Well, actually, I don't need to get any HP back, do I? So no, I just a short rest for an hour, and then I'll take over from Aark if he's all right with that.
Okay, great. So,
I'll sleep off my wounds.
Zakaiya, you're back in your bedroll. Titus, I feel like you are on your bedroll, but keeping watch of Aark in the trees just to make sure that everything's all right.
Leaf over half the face, yeah.
Yeah, nice, nice. Covered in leaves. And Aark.
So after about an hour, when I know that Zakaiya's had a long rest, I'm probably gonna swoop down with the sign, sit next to her, and wake her up.
How do you want to go about waking Zakaiya up from her slumber?
I think I'm just gonna poke her with my talons. I don't think I'm a particularly charismatic bird. I think I'm just gonna land, sit down, and then just poke her face a little bit until she wakes up.
You're an awkward dad. You poke Zakaiya in the face with a talon. Zakaiya, you feel something sharp touching your body again, and you get very scared for a second. If this is like a slow motion bullet, you haven't been shot again. It's just a talon on your cheek, and you wake up to see Aark doing the weirdest thing ever to wake you up.
Just probing me gently. So I sort of wake up. I go, oh! What are you doing?
You're going to see me you're going to see Aark just kind of holding this sign in his hands. just looking at it, thinking like, is it good enough? And he's just gonna hand it over to her.
I mean, her reaction is literally just like, she just stares at it, like, and then stares at Aark, and then stares at it, and then just like bursts into tears, and just like, this is what I would do, just hugs him. So just runs into him, and obviously he's very stiff and very awkward, I imagine, but she's just like, oof.
Yeah, so I think he's a bit standoffish, and I'm not sure he hugs Zakaiya back. I think he kind of moves back a little bit, holds her by the shoulders, and he says, I want to apologise to you. Not just... I've been acting like a dick. I know it. But that's not what I want to apologise for. I
love this, by the way, because this is so real life Jamie.
I was actually just thinking, this Jamie's describing me and Jamie's first meeting.
Yes.
Me attempting to hug him and Jamie grabbing my shoulders and being like, hello.
Please move out of my bubble.
Get out of my way. Yaz, why is she still touching me?
Shout out to Yaz.
Love Yaz.
Listeners, that's a very good friend of ours who you won't know, so it makes no sense.
Episode 0, we mention it.
If
you've been listening for episode 0, you know this in-joke.
And Yaz is a friend to all, so yeah, she's a friend to you, even if you don't know her.
Shout out to everyone who listened to session 0, your day ones, thank you. You know the love that we have for Yaz, so thank you.
You know the Yaz law.
Yes.
Yaz law.
Aark, what is going through your head? What are you trying to say?
I am trying to think of a way to apologise for killing her parents and all her family. That's what's going through my head right now. And I want to tell her. I think she deserves to know everything that's happened. So, what I'm going to do is just say to her, I've really let you down before we even met, and I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't expect anything of you, but can you just listen to my story? Can you just listen to the end of what I'm going to tell you? And after that, let's just go to this Moto Hirokoshi, and like we can part ways. Let's just get what we need to do done. But could you just listen to what I'm going to tell you?
Yeah, I can listen, Aark. I don't really understand. You've been acting so strange and cold. I haven't even known you and Titus very long, and I don't understand. I think this is the sweetest thing. I think doing this for me was so nice. You didn't have to. And I do accept your apology. I just don't understand what it's really for.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you 100% the truth. If you feel more comfortable, I can cast Zone of Truth on myself, and we can let you know I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. No, you don't need to do that. I trust you.
Okay.
Just roll over there.
In this lovely tender moment which is about to happen, Titus does the biggest yawn and roll and scratch in his sleep. Just disturbs all manner of peace. Toots, does a little toot, rolls over, still covered in leaves, like the leaves are just stuck to him everywhere. He rustles and turns over, and Aark, you take Zakaiya aside to have probably the worst conversation you've ever had in your life.
Yeah. So I think... So just to kind of save the listeners from listening to it again, I'm going to tell her the story of how I found Playwalker, and the story of what happened. It was the Aarakocrans who did it, and I couldn't stop them.
You tell Zakaiya about being on that command platform, about defying your military leader, about the testing that had been done on Planewalker previously and that you were part of it, and how it was the final moment in your military career before you were exiled from your home planet Aveen, a planet that you share together as your home planet. Zakaiya, how do you feel hearing all of this, coming from someone that you've known for 3 or 4 days, but is already such a prominent figure in your life?
I mean, someone who's saved my life on many occasions. I just feel I feel sick. I feel my stomach, that feeling of just like unrest and emotional turmoil is just like gurgling away in the pit of my belly. I am just feeling as though I might pass out. I feel so shocked by what he's saying. I don't want to believe he had any part in this, but at the same time, I'm angry at the situation, and I know that from what he's saying, he tried to help, but it's because of him and his kind that this happened in the first place. And the fact that he tested it, even if he turned tail at the last minute, still makes me furious that this, was part of him and his kind of background, I suppose. So I'm just like shaking, unable to really look at him, and I just keep saying, I don't understand. You could have stopped them. You could have stopped them from doing it. I didn't have to lose absolutely everyone. You could have stopped it.
I failed. I failed you. I failed the planet. I failed my family. I failed myself. I'm really sorry. I know it doesn't mean anything, but every day I just think back about what I could have done differently. I'm so sorry.
Where the people who did it, the rest of them, what happened to them? What happened to your commander?
I don't know. The next morning I was, they gave me a limp and threw me on this planet.
I can forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You help me find them and put an end to them. Every last one of them. Your family, that's fine. I don't care about them. They, clearly you had good intentions and you didn't want to hurt anyone. You obviously tried. But I want revenge. I want your commander for this. And you helped to... You've made some effort to try and stop this. So now it's on you to help me fix it. Let me get justice for them and take me to them when all this is over.
Do you know much about my god? About Tempo?
No. Other than I know his ringtone. That one time. And you were like, and then I pray to Tempo. Ding!
Ding! Tempo's calling.
It's your boy Tempo.
You have received a collect call from Tempo. Will you be accepting?
Yeah, I don't know anything about any god.
So my god, Tempo, he controls weather. He is the wrath of the storm. He is thunder. He is lightning. He is chaos. He is destruction. And wrath is so easy to fall into. It's so easy to consume you. This kind of need for revenge, this need for blood. But when a storm, like the worst storm that you can think of, goes through a town, a place, a location, it's not left the same. It's destroyed. And seeking vengeance, seeking wrath, it might destroy you. It might destroy other people. So before you make me promise this, are you absolutely sure you want this to happen?
They shouldn't get to live. They shouldn't get to live for what they did. And if they were able to destroy a whole world, a whole civilization of innocent people who did nothing to them, then I see this as balancing the scales.
I'm going to look up into the sky. What sort of weather is it right now?
It's so dark and it is so overcast.
I'm going to put my hand out as if to shake it to agree.
Okay. If I touch it, you're not going to go, are you? My dad used to get me that way. I've been burned.
You put your hand out.
Cool. I put my hand out, touch Aark's feather, and sort of like hold it gently, and just sort of like look at him square in the face and just say, I thank you for telling me the truth, as much as it hurt. And I just think I need to be alone for a bit. We can talk about this when this whole business with, Motto Hirokoshi is over.
As you shake hands, towards the sky, lightning strikes throughout the sky as you shake hands. But in this lightning strike, it forms not just a single lightning strike. You see 3 bolts of lightning that cross each other at certain paths, making a perfect electrifying triangle. Kind of like the one that you saw in your blue arcane visions.
Thank goodness. I thought you were going to get Freaky Friday'd into each other's bodies for a second there.
That would be so funny.
What? I'm a bird. What?
I'm a bird person.
Breasts.
I've got. Is that the first thing you think of? Like, I'm a bird person. I've got breasts. We know what our defining features are, don't we, Aark?
I think that says more about Jamie than it does about Aark, to be honest.
Of course. The lightning strikes.
Meanwhile, Titus Freaky Friday's into a tree and thinks nothing's changed.
I was thinking that, yeah. He's like, my dream. I've always dreamt of being real. I'm a real boy. It's the opposite.
The tree is an excellent fighter as well. Charismatic. He's a great fighter.
It passes every throw.
Disguise, like really good at all of the stuff that you
Nat 20s
can
all day long.
backflip for days. Like the lightning strikes in the sky. The perfect triangle is formed, and it starts to very lightly rain. It's not pouring. It's not a waterfall. It's not a burst dam. It's just light rain on a very overcast evening. Are you all taking shelter under a tree to rest for the next few hours? What is it that you're all wanting to do?
Oh, it's so epic, like this handshake and like the water just kind of like coming down and us just sort of staring each other out with all this water on our faces, like a movie scene. I will probably just turn away and go and like gather up my things, because I mean, if it's raining, I would probably want to get some shelter. How soon is it till morning?
It's about 4 a.m. now, so sociable times are in the next 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, you could rest for the rest of the time or do whatever you want to do. It's your world, guys. You do what you want, all right?
I was gonna say I might pack up my stuff and just go and sit by myself for a bit, just process what's just happened.
I'm gonna hop into a tree, or fly into a tree, and take a short rest.
Titus, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Oh no.
Yep. 10.
10. 10. Okay, great. Just on the cusp. just letting you know, you heard every word of that conversation. You weren't fully out sleeping, so you have heard everything that has gone on during that conversation and that exchange with Aark and Zakaiya.
Got you.
So
I'll take myself and prop myself up underneath the tree so all the branches and stuff from me, so I'm not getting wet. But I don't know. Is it my turn to be on watch?
yeah, you can get the attention of Aark if you want and kind of nod towards him just to say, "Don't worry, I got this."
Yeah.
Okay. Aark, are you going to sleep or are you staying up?
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
Okay. You make a little nest in the tree.
No.
That's what you do with some of the loose branches around that Titus had as part of his get-up. A few sticky leaves in there as well as part of your nest.
Oh.
But yeah, you make a little nest and you all take a little snooze, take a little nap. You wake up. It is it's a very kind of wet, moist, dewy kind of morning on the grass all around you. It's still slightly overcast, but the sun is shining through parts in the clouds. And it's 6 a.m. and you can all awake from your slumber.
Morning all.
Morning.
How did you sleep?
Like a log.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Wow!
Yes! I hope that all the social media we do for this is just puns and just jokes that Titus tells.
It absolutely will be.
It'll be a great clip show. Like at the end of the year when we do a review of everything, it'll just be Titus compilation, puns, jokes and more.
There's been one like probably nearly every episode, to be fair. We've had some really good ones.
Very much so. Yeah, you're all awake, sat up around around the trees.
I'm kind of a little bit sort of shaken and a little bit quieter than usual. My eyes are a bit puffy. People can tell that they might be able to tell if they're perceptive, that I've been crying a little bit because I obviously had the emotional rush of being given something so lovely that reminded me of my parents, and then finding out that the dad figure in my life had a hand in their slaughter. So I'm a little bit quiet this morning.
Aark, how are you?
I think Aark will keep busy. So I think what Aark will do is probably when he wakes up, he's probably going to go out hunting for like a rabbit or something to cook. So he's probably going to fly around and just try and get something to eat for breakfast.
Yeah, you've been up maybe 45 minutes before the kids because that's what dads do, man. That's what dads do. You've gone out, you've found a rabbit, you've skinned it, you've got rabbit over an open fire cooking for breakfast. Titus, what are you doing?
Just gone for a little dip. Just gone for a little scrub. Wash myself over.
Nice. You've had a dip in the river of Sericly, which is the river that you're all following towards the town of Ilyiad. You've washed all the smeggy leaves off of you, which is nice. And you come out of the water and put your loincloth back on, whatever it is that you're wearing, and your fur boots, which we haven't talked about since the first episode. But you're back at camp with everybody else. Rabbit is cooking on the fire.
So, what's the name of this one we need to look for, Madame? What is it, Morgana?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you got any ideas about what how we should go about this? You're the wisest head of us all here.
I don't. It's difficult, isn't it? Because what you want to do is go to the tavern, local tavern, just ask about there. But I think we're quite conspicuous. I don't know if you noticed, like I'm a bird person. You're a massive Goliath, and got dreadlocks over here. So
prosthetic arm.
And prosthetic arm.
What a ragtag bunch of party people.
The gang's all here.
Yeah.
Can I ask about the card? What do we do with it? The hollow card.
So it's how people in the fields, when I was in the military, it's how people would communicate with each other. So it was locked to the person who had it in case it fell into enemy hands. So to activate it, you needed to put your thumbprint on it and you needed to be alive. So, yeah, the guy's over there very dead, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we can't unlock it.
Damn it. Maybe do you think somebody in Ilyiad will know who he is? Because there could be more of them hunting us.
He could have come from him, like Ilyiad himself. We just don't know.
Okay.
Zakaiya, you'll remember from your insight check the day before that a netjacker could open this thing, or some kind of electrical engineer. So if you were looking for somebody to maybe try and open this to see what was on it, to see why he had it on him, you might be looking for someone of that caliber in the next town or another town that you go to try and unlock it.
I think let's go in normally. Let's go in really friendly. Let's try and find this Madame Madonna. Sorry, is it Madame Morgana?
Madame Mordana.
Madame Mordana. Okay.
So we go in, try and find Madame Mordana. Maybe, I don't know, have a drink at the tavern. I could use one.
Yeah.
That is a good point. I haven't thought about drink for a while. That could be fun.
You dampen out the fire, you get dressed, you pack up all your stuff, you get all your stuff together, and you head down the hill towards the town of Ilyiad. Nestled in a clearing within a forest, the unassuming town of Ilyiad sits mainly obscured by overgrown redwood branches that cover its southern entrance. On closer inspection from all of you, as you kind of push towards and through the foliage, you see up above in the canopy 2 unmanned wooden guard posts, like built into the canopy. They look like they were once kind of like the stronghold of defense against attacks against this town from the south, but now lie dormant and dilapidated. At the base of the guard towers, you see very well-maintained wooden defense walls, 6 tree trunks thick, set into the lush grass under your feet. You can push through the foliage more if you'd like to continue further in.
Is it on the way to the town?
You've made it down the hill. It's only been about a 5-10 minute walk down this hill to where you believe the town to be. It's covered. It looks like you see forest, and then you suddenly see like defense walls kind of coming out with a gap in the middle that's probably 20 feet across from post that sticks into the ground to another post. So there's an opening, but it's completely covered over by foliage and branches and trees.
Okay, I guess I'll put my walking stick away, pull out my short sword, and just start hacking through the branches.
Okay. You hack through the leaves and the branches, and you push further in. And suddenly you break free of the branches and the leaves and are immediately in this very quiet town square. You see a once flowing fountain adorned with statues of galloping horses sits completely dry in the middle of a mismatched grass and cobblestone footing. You see all around you houses, huts, a tavern, stables, a town hall, a library, local stores, and further into the distance, a barn with a piece of farmland no bigger than 4 of Titus laid head to toe. You notice that many of the buildings are made from a mix of stone, wood, and kind of corrugated metal, but they're all in like really bad disrepair and riddled with intrusive vines that like coil around load-bearing beams. From the looks of the town's appearance, you gather that new synthetic magic and technology, to which you're very accustomed to, hasn't played any part in this town's development, and you'd assume that the people of this place have absolutely no money to their name by the way it looks. Marsh crickets chirp in the grass in the morning. It's 6 a.m. But you do see the concentrated flickering of torchlight further down into the town. It's still relatively dark this morning. It's It's overcast. There is sun that kind of is peeking through some of the overcast clouds, but it's more off like over the other side of the river. So yeah, you do see torchlight further into the town, along with the faint sound of merry music and merrier people.
That sounds like a party you want to be at.
Is that where the tavern is? Is it further into the town?
So I'm just going to fly 50 foot in the air and have a look and see if it's a tavern or anything like that.
Oh, good idea.
What can I see?
You see the town as is when you walked in. You don't see anybody about. You see further down the high street. At the end, it kind of goes into a T-junction, and you see to your right a tavern that's lit up like a Christmas tree, full to the brim with people chatting, drinking, and singing at 6 a.m. in the morning. And then directly ahead of you at this T-junction, an electronics store with a single light on inside, where you see someone busying themselves away at a workbench.
Cool. So I'm going to fly down and just go tavern, electronics store. Both have people in it. I don't know why anyone's in a pub at 6 a.m, but you know.
Hey, at least we know it's open.
Yes, yeah, 100%. So I guess we walk towards it.
Act normal, guys. And we're all just like a ministry of silly walks.
Titus is fully dressed as a tree again. Trying to disguise yourself as you walk down this high street. Yeah, you walk to the end of the T-junction and yeah, you see what you saw from up in the sky Aark. You see the electronics store ahead of you and the tavern to your right. Where you going? What you doing?
Is it worth trying the electronics store first? Purely because no one in the tavern's going to be going anywhere, and we've got that card thing. I don't know what it's called.
Yep. The holo card. Yeah, because if we can find a netjacker or a electrical engineer, we might be able to work out what was on it.
Yeah, we need to make sure it's the right kind of electrical engineer because, it's kind of, I don't want to say illegal, but it might be frowned upon to hack into this.
Yeah. If we see someone down a dark alleyway, we have to be like, hey, are you doing the old holo cards?
Is if we're going to ask someone, we should probably go in whilst there's no one else in there.
So we can kill them. Yeah, great. Sounds good. Let's go.
So we can
intimidate them, not necessarily kill them. Come on.
So we all go into the electronics store.
Thank you, Jamie, for that.
Looking normal, trying to be as normal as possible.
Totally normal. You've got like hands over your face, and you just go, just whistling as you go. But you approach the electronics store, and as you get to the stoop, the steps that then level up and go into the shop, you see from the corner of the shop a small, multicolored bird that flies across the room and kicks the latch and releases the door, which creaks open just a touch. The bird then flies back towards the workbench and lands on a broken coffee machine perching on its froth pump.
I'm sorry. The way you said froth pump really got me.
His dick, what?
On its froth pump. Sorry.
I'm such a southerner, aren't I? Froth
I didn't know
pump.
you wanted to use the Latin. Froth pump. Oh, right, okay.
Can I walk in and go, nice froth pump there?
You do that. You walk into the electronics store and you say, nice froth pump. And as you walk into the store, you see that it's an Aladdin's cave of like synthetic magic technology, from hi-fi systems and alarm clocks to computer components and household appliances. There isn't 1 inch of shelf space that isn't taken up by parts. Copper wires hang from the ceilings in reels, and circuit boards line the walls like wallpaper. A small olive-skinned man with long silver hair tied in a fishtail plait that rests across his shoulders carries on working away at an old oakwood workbench on a set of walkie-talkies, not even taking himself away from his work to look up as you enter the store. And as you reach the workbench, you see that the bird that flew over and opened the door and is now perched back on the froth pump, kind of ruffles its little feathers and goes, "Right, how can I help you? Right."
Okay. That's the shopkeep.
Can I look at Zakaiya and go, is there a problem with a bird being a shopkeeper? Is there a problem with a bird working at a shop?
No, I didn't mean it like that. I just, I thought he was like.
How did you mean it?
Well, not a bird like you. I mean, like, he looks like a bird, You're a bird person.
Rock, discrimination in the workplace. Rock.
Okay. Hey, my good fellow. We have, I say me and my colleagues here, we have a special assignment with this holo
I
card.
am Titus Thunderbastard Calagarvey.
And the bird just looks at you and just goes, "Arr." And the small olive-skinned man sat at the wooden bench just doesn't even look up at you, is still carrying on working away on these walkie-talkies.
So, yeah, myself and Titus Thunderbastard Calagarvey and Aark here, we need to access what's on this holo card. Normally, it works for us because it's totally our holo card, but for some reason it's malfunctioned and we maybe need like a password reset or something, some kind of iOS update. What can you do?
Are you casting Speak with Animals, Amy?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't even need to do it. Well, to be fair, it's not even a spell anymore, is it? It's just, I've got Speech of the Woods now.
It's Speech
that
of
I'm
the
level
Woods.
2. Yeah.
Level 2, Speech of the Woods. So you ask this bird, who so far has just kind of squawked at you and done very basic common, and the bird goes, "Oh, hello, my dear. Didn't know that you could speak to animals and us kind. Sorry about my poor common tongue there and my very quiet shopkeep here. Wasn't appreciative of the discrimination that you put out in the workplace there, but I'll let that slide for now. Sorry, what is it that you're exactly after? Ruffles feathers.
Okay. Ruffles feathers. So we're locked out of this card. We need to get into it. It's been given to us, but for some reason it's malfunctioned and it's not working. Is there any way you could like get into it for us? Maybe hack into it and open it up so we can get on with our assignment?
Right, I see. Well, I wouldn't be able to do that myself, my darling, I'm afraid. Talons and feathers and all that. Not like your bird friend over here. He's got actual hands. I've never seen a bird with actual hands before.
That's what I meant. See, I wasn't being discriminatory. I was just saying there's a big difference, you know?
I'm totally coming from where you're coming. I totally get it. So yes, you've got a holo card and you want that accessed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You hear him go, "Right, holo card," towards the olive-skinned man who's working at the workbench, who turns to some drawers under a desk, rummages around and pulls out a stack of template contracts, and with a quill and ink, he circles on the contracts 2 acceptable methods of payment for the work that you guys want carried out. The bird would squawk, but you are now Speech of the Woods to it, goes, that'll be 10 gold or tradable goods for the work. It'll take about half a day to access this holo card, and I'm guessing you want this done rather discreetly. Is that correct? You don't really want anybody else knowing that you're getting into this holo card, that you want any access to it. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it is our holo card, but we don't want our bosses to know that we've screwed up and forgotten the password. Am I right?
Ah, I see. And the bird gives you a little wink and goes, yes, your holo card. No, absolutely. Right. At this moment, a tall and beautiful, dark green, half orcish woman walks by the store. Like, just on the outside, you can see her through the windows walking down the high street. She's wearing forest hunting attire that has elements of like green foliage and hints of purple detailing. But she looks so powerfully feminine, and you can practically see the sass like emanating off of her as she walks. You see the small olive-skinned man blushes as she walks by and quietly sighs as he stares at her as she walks off towards the tavern. You hear the bird who would squawk now just goes, "There goes the love of his life. She doesn't know he even exists. What a shame."
Oh, well, I mean, you're doing us, a favor. We could pay you, but maybe we could help hook them up instead.
Oh, like a service for a service kind of deal, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. You said tradable goods. This is our service for your service.
I see. Let me just have a word with shopkeep here. Right? Make you fall in love. Right? Help you fall in love. Right? And then you see the olive-skinned man kind of lifts his head up. He's smiling. His hands are kind of pressed together, and he kind of just bows towards you. He signs the end of the contract, which details that
This has all escalated so quickly.
You will provide a service, and he pushes the piece of paper over towards you, Zakaiya, and then the bird turns to you and says, Just sign on the dotted line, and we'll get this choo-choo train moving, shall we? Right.
I love how like Aark and Titus have no idea what's being said.
Yeah, literally, because I can just turn to them both and sort of smile at them, and they're just like, "So have we got the holocard?" And I'm just like, yep, something like that. Okay, thank you. Cool. I'm just gonna sign right here. There we go. Great.
That's a lovely signature you have. Well done.
Oh, well,
very
thank
nice.
you. Thank you very much. I haven't been long learning to read and write, actually.
Oh no, I came into reading and writing only a few months ago, and I don't think my English is very good at the moment. But who knows? Maybe I'll get better one day.
Well, I guess we better be on our way with the old matchmaking. So if I could just have a private word with my my associates, yeah.
Yeah, that's no. Take all the time you need. Absolutely, no problem. The work will take half a day, so come back in 8 to 12 hours, and we'll have that holocard all ready for you. No problem.
Awesome. You sir are a gem. Okay, cool. Come on, companions. I push them out the shop.
You hear the door close behind you, and those store bells that when you open it, ding, it closes behind you and dings, and then the bird goes back to sitting on the froth pump and ruffling his feathers.
Cool. As we go out, can I go? Do we not have to pay them? As I reach into my bag and pick out 21 gold that I got from a dead guy on the second episode.
I know.
Do we not?
I haven't forgotten either. I've written it down.
Do we not have to, pay?
Usually, okay, don't be angry. We might have agreed to provide a service for them. We might have agreed to do something to get that holocard
Shotgun knot.
accessed. You don't even know what it is yet, Titus. It could be a tree.
Sounds lewd.
Saying all of this at the top of your voice in a high street at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
I didn't like the way that bird was looking. It looked lewd. I don't trust it. But okay.
I didn't like the look of his froth pump.
Yeah. You know my saying, don't trust anything said by someone sitting on a froth pump.
So, we might have agreed to hook the olive-skinned, really super shy shopkeeper up with that awesomely sassy Aark lady that just swaggered by a moment ago. Yeah.
Did you ask about Madame Morgana as well?
No, I didn't. I got quite taken and carried away with there was a froth pump and there was a guy who really, really wanted to get laid by an Aark, and all I thought about was helping that poor guy to get his end away. I'm really so selfish of me. I also thought we'd maybe find Madame Morgana in the tavern, right? That's where we're going next.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. So what's your plan to get these together? Do we know if the shopkeep's a nice guy, for example, or do we know if the Aark's a nice lady? I presume.
I mean, I'll level with you, Aark. I didn't really think that far ahead. I just thought this has kind of saved us 10 gold. And not only has it saved us 10 gold, but we get to bring 2 people together, and it's all very happy, and hopefully neither of them are abusive. So, yeah.
What a hope, eh?
What an adventure this will be for us all.
As you're all having this conversation, you turn towards the tavern, and you do see that the half-orcish woman has just entered into the tavern, and you hear the doors open, you hear the loud chatter and merry music, and then the door close, and it goes muffled again.
Okay, shall we just go and talk to her, and maybe she'll know where Madame Morgana is, and then we can kind of gauge if she's single, if she's ready to mingle, if we, if there's any interest they might have in common. I've agreed to this plan.
I need a pint.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
You all walk off to get some Dutch courage to be a wingman for a bird and a shopkeep. You walk towards the tavern. You can push on the door to open it. It's one of those like saloon doors, so it goes in and out. So yeah, who's walking in? What you doing?
I'm just gonna go to the bar, I think. If there are any like bowls of like nuts or seeds, I'm just gonna out there, I'm just gonna start pecking at them.
Okay, as you step into the bar, you can't quite understand how it's functioning as a bar right now. Everybody and their dog is in here, packed so tightly together that it's a wonder anyone can hold their drink in front of their face. Like when you go to a German market and you just cannot walk anywhere.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's the kind of pack that it is, with people with drinks just like that, making sure no one knocks it over. You see humans, you see half-orcs, you see gnomes, you see dwarves, all having a very merry time while rock and roll tunes ring out from the jukebox in the corner with a few of them dancing around it. You see the bar staff look rushed off their feet trying to serve the crowd of white-collar workers who are all covered in soot and signs hanging
This is 6:30 in the morning, right? What's it like at 9 at night?
Yeah.
And you also see signs hanging from the ceiling which say bed and breakfast 2 gold. Through all the commotion, you do notice that every person sat in a booth towards the back of the bar is armed to the teeth.
Shall we start maybe asking some of these people if they've heard of Madame Morgana?
I think we need a drink first.
Yeah, that's a better idea. Let's drink. How long is it going to take us to get served?
Everybody roll me dexterity checks as you try to get to the bar. No, I'm joking.
I was so prepared.
Yeah, we're all there. We're all ready to go.
You all went for your dice. It was like, actually, no, fuck it. All roll me athletics checks as you try and get to the bar because it is so packed. Aark.
I got a 2.
Zakaiya.
Get me a beer.
Oh, when you're at a festival and your mate goes to make a beeline and just like, I want this, thanks. I actually got 21. Priorities.
Did you now? 21. Yeah. Titus.
An unnatural 20.
Oh, okay. Titus, you with your massively wide frame lead the way to get to the bar, with Zakaiya, you following in close behind him, and Aark, in this sea of people, you are left on your own in the middle of this bar. People packed in like sardines. You can't quite get to the bar. But we'll go with... No, go on. What are you going to say?
How tall's the ceiling?
How tall's the ceiling?
How tall is the ceiling?
Okay. The ceiling of this particular pub is about 10 feet tall.
Oh, God. No, I'm just going to just going to stand there then, I guess.
Okay. You assess the situation and realise that a 5 foot, what do we say, 5, if you were to fly and expand your wings out in this pub, you'd probably make quite a scene. So you think less of it and you stay put. But there are people all around you drinking, chatting, dancing. Some of them are quite just, chilled out pub goers. Others are more rowdy. But Titus and Zakaiya, you make it through the crowd and you make it to the front of the bar. What are you doing when you get there?
I will have a pint of... I need to think of a fantasy drink quick. I will have your finest blackberry mead, please.
That is so fantasy. I fucking love it. That's beautiful. Blackberry.
Blackberry mead. Everybody make a note of that. That's canon now.
Yeah.
Blackberry mead.
Blackberry mead.
Okay, Titus, what are you having? What are you asking after?
What's the beer on tap?
The beer on tap happens to be the blackberry mead.
Well,
It's the snake bite of the fantasy world.
Yes.
I'll have 4 blackberry meads, please.
Okay.
That's not just for me. That's the 3 of us, and 1 we're just gonna leave at the bar for Squiddy.
Oh, should we pour a bit of it out?
Pour it out, baby.
It's oh.
You're going to pour one out for Squiddy. Well, while you try and shout these orders over the busiest pub you've ever been in, you see that the staff completely ignore you and are very busy making drinks for the armed people at the back of the pub. While this is happening, everybody roll perception checks, please. Aark.
10.
Zakaiya.
21.
Titus.
6. I'm not good for perception today.
Zakaiya, even though this is a hugely crowded pub, through the ebbing and flowing of people moving about the room, and when you're at a gig and people just kind of step aside and you see, you're not tall enough, but you see the stage for a second and then people move past. It happens in that instance, and it's so hard to see over the crowds, but you catch a glimpse as people move through the room to the right-hand side of the bar. You see a purple velvet curtain hanging across a doorway with the sign above it that says Mystic Helena. And with your perception check as well, looking round the room, you see that the guards at the back of the bar have eyed Aark and are getting up out of their chairs and making a beeline towards him.
Oh no. Oh god, we've got to warn Aark. Those guys, they're getting up.
All right, let's get back to him.
Quick. Show me through the crowd.
Roll me athletics to get through this crowd nice and quickly to Aark.
10.
11.
Okay. Titus, you managed to get the furthest through, and you're still not quite at Aark. But Zakaiya, you look over towards these armed men at the back, and you notice that they're also having real trouble getting through these crowds. They're not like brandishing weapons or anything. They're keeping all this kind of on the down low. So they would probably have to use more movement and more checks to get over to Aark. But you do catch out the corner of your eye that purple velvet curtain again in the corner behind the bar.
Guys, I'm really drawn to that mystic Helena. Maybe she'll know where Madame Morgana is. But right now, those people are like heading straight for Aark. Do you think they recognise him? Do you think they know that we're wanted?
Yeah, it's probably best.
You see the guards start to push through the crowd even more and get closer and closer to Aark. They're maybe 20 feet away from him, and there's a group of 6 of them. What are you doing?
They can't fight us here, surely.
Can I see them yet?
You didn't notice them with your perception check. You got the lowest, so you're kind of just stood there drinkless, being surrounded by drunken idiots. But there are so many drunken idiots around you that you just can't see what's going on. You haven't even seen Titus and Zakaiya trying to get back to you yet.
Ollie, is this purple curtain thing behind the people who are coming towards us, or in a different direction? Sorry.
If you guys are at the bar is facing north. The purple curtain is to the northeast. The guards are coming from the southeast, and Aark is on the west. So essentially, Aark is in the middle of the pub, up against the left-hand wall. You're coming towards him from the bar, and they're coming from like the bottom right-hand corner of the pub, trying to get through this crowd to get to Aark.
Right. Yeah, I think we should just force our way through, grab him, and dive through that curtain, basically.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's try and hide there. Okay, is there anything we can do to move quicker?
To move quicker, I mean, you can make athletics checks to get through to Aark. Titus, if you wanted to help Zakaiya, you could give her the help action to, hold on to her hand so she can kind of shimmy through this crowd to grab Aark if you wanted to pull him through. However you guys want to try and do this.
Titus, we can probably move quicker if we pretend we're dancing. Then we can, drunkenly sort of,
instantly
almost mosh pit shove.
Start doing the robot towards Aark.
Yes! Yeah, because then people will just think that we're drunk and we're having a good time and won't need to worry about causing a scene. I mean, we will cause a scene, but the good kind.
7.5 feet tall, 300 pounds. Robot is in the house. You look like a hench Peter Crouch. That's exactly what you look like.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Titus, while you're doing this, and Zakaiya, what are you doing at this point?
So I am going to sort of in an attempt to get through the crowd quicker, I'm going to do the link arms barn dance style thing, which they do in Lord of the Rings. So I'm going to move to somebody and then go da 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 da, and then switch places with them and try and do that to get closer to Aark.
Amazing. Okay, roll me performance checks, both of you, with advantage to get through, to dance through this crowd and do-si-do your way back over to that room. Titus, what did you get?
I got a 17 and an 18. So 18.
Yes.
I got an 18 and a 10, so mine is 19.
Great. You do-si-do your way through this crowd, swing it like all these dwarves and half elves are going, yeah, whoa, yeah, like dancing all around. Rock and roll is jamming out of this jukebox, and you get to Aark, who hasn't seen you, and Zakaiya, you successfully link arms with Aark in this movement. Aark, you look up and see them dancing towards you. What are you thinking at this moment?
Oh God, I don't know. I guess I'll link. I guess I'll try and link arms with me as well, but I just don't move. I just stand there, and I guess they try and put their the hands under my arms. I'm just not going to move at all.
Okay. Aark, sorry. Zakaiya and Titus.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Zakaiya and Titus, roll me strength checks. Roll me athletics, please.
22, baby.
Zakaiya.
12.
Oh, okay. You collectively needed to get 20 to do this. With your do-si-doing and your linking arms, you scoop Aark. You scoop around his back and pull him into the crowd. Where are you heading?
For that purple curtain, baby.
Yes.
Okay, with performance checks like that, you do-si-do your way through this crowd. These guards are now going to roll a perception check to see if they've seen where Aark has gone. Disappeared. Don't see where he's gone. Do not see.
That was one of my favourite things we've ever done, guys, in the whole of the campaign.
1 minute, there is an old bird boy who looks completely out of place in this pub. The next minute, a cloud of feathers just left where his silhouette was, and you disappear into this crowd. You're heading towards that room, towards the purple curtain.
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Great. You
Can
get
I
there
just-
with ease.
Can I just stare at Titus and just go, what are you doing? What's that mean?
How do you feel when they come dancing towards you? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
I think I'm staying in character, so I'm going to say, I am Mr. Roboto. Also, is there any chance I could like mind sweep a pint as we're going through? Because there's guaranteed going to be one like that on the table. Just get the dregs. Need something.
Yeah, no need to roll for that. You absolutely minesweep a pint as you go.
Get some blackberry mead.
Yep.
So you make it towards this purple curtain. What's happening? What are you doing?
Okay, let's go through that curtain. And sort of, can we hide behind it? Like, wrap ourselves in it almost, so we're out of view?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You go to hide behind this purple curtain.
Sorry, can we moonwalk through it?
Everybody roll me performance checks for moonwalks. Everybody. Aark, including you.
Come on, Aark.
Just not going to moonwalk.
Do the
including
thing,
you.
Aark.
Roll me a performance check.
Aark, do the thing.
Do the thing, Aark.
Oh,
Aark.
nat 20.
Oh, I'm not even going to ask what anybody else got, unless you got a nat 20. But no, Aark, unbeknownst to you, all your life you've been a soarer of the sky. And it wasn't until you were whisked away off your feet dancing through a pub of awful rock music to you that you found your true calling of being a Michael Jackson impersonator in a fantasy world. You moonwalk, but you have talons, so as you moonwalk, you scratch marks into the wooden floor of this pub, leaving it in disrepair as you go, pulling up the boards. It's so loud that nobody else can hear what's going on, but you pull up these boards and make like wood shavings on the floor as you go behind this curtain.
Amazing. I'm so glad that you just, like, the rhythm got you.
To be honest, in my head, I thought I'd just glide, just not even move, be really stiff still, but just physically glide backwards. Like no movement, imperceptible leg movement. Just like...
Okay, that's what you do. No talon scratching, just...
What's happening, guys? What are we doing? I just glide behind this curtain.
Shh, there's guards. They're looking for you. By the way, that was fucking awesome. How did you
Sick.
do that?
You have to teach me that one day.
Those guards, they came straight for you.
Guards? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you for saving me, I guess.
Also, Titus, can I have some of that blackberry mead?
Oh yeah. Finish the dregs off. There you go.
Gives a swig. Gives a swig.
As you're chatting to each other and you push behind this purple curtain, and you're greeted with a small room full of lush velvet furnishings and gold-coloured chains that adorn the walls, and plush cushions that line the floor around a wooden table and stools. Along the back of the room, you see a thick, full-length wardrobe with gold-coloured handles and hinges on it, and on the table are a set of destiny stones used to read your future, along with a palm reading chart detailed in Orcish. As you turn around to see this room, you also see the green Orcish woman who you saw walking through the high street, walking into this room. And wide-eyed, she kind of looks at you and just stares at you while you enter this room.
Can I continue to glide into this room backwards?
He's found his flow now.
just like hit across hit on the table. Oh.
You knock these destiny stones kind of off and onto the table, and she goes, Zutalo, what on earth is going on here?
Sorry, we didn't mean to crash into... What exactly is going on here?
Bonjour,
Who are you?
Helena. Je m'appelle Titus Thunderbastard Karagami.
You say this really loudly, Titus. Okay. You say this really loudly. She says, "What is it? What's going on? You moonwalked in here so gracefully. What are you doing in here?"
Où est la piscine?
We could pretend we were looking for the bathroom, I suppose.
What is the matter? You all look so frightened. What is wrong?
There were some guards out there that we thought were, being a bit aggressive. They looked dodgy, didn't they, boys?
Yes, absolutely.
He's lying. He didn't see them, but my other friend did.
What guards? You say what guards from the back of the venue? The guards?
Yes.
Get in the wardrobe now. Get in the closet. Get in the wardrobe now. And she grabs you and pulls you into the room, opens the doors, and get in now. Get in now. You must get in.
Okay. How is Titus getting in a wardrobe?
I mean, I did say in its description, it is a full-length wardrobe.
Yeah.
I did think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is like wide-eyed, frantically trying to get you into this wardrobe. She says, "Zutala, please get in the wardrobe. You will be safe. Please, I will keep you safe." And she says, "Do not make a sound. Please, do not say anything." Closes the door, and then kind of sits back in her stool. And she sees 6 guards pull back the velvet curtain and walk in. And you see one of them walks up to her, and he muscles his way through. He's the big Billy Bollocks of the group. He's at the front, and he's going, "Oi, Helena, did you happen to see a really large grey man, a bird person, and a tiny little one of those half things come in here?" And she goes, No, no, monsieur. I have not seen nobody enter this room. I have not. No one has come in here. He's going to roll an insight check. He, from his jacket, from his waistcoat and his holster, pulls out a handgun and places it on her forehead and pushes her with his gun down to the floor so she is on her knees, and she starts weeping and crying and going, "Hello, please, no, I promise you, no one came in this room. I promise, and you hear a shot go off. And that's where we'll end our episode today.
Oh my god, that was brilliant.
I thought I'd end the episode with another gunshot. Why not? You loved it last time, so why not again?
Oh my god, and I've got the episode title as well. Nice Froth Pump. That's such a good episode title.
Nice Froth Pump. Well, thank you so much, guys, for playing today. I'm glad that you weren't mad at me for the last episode, and you all got your stuff out on the table. We all had some deep conversations during this episode.
Favourite one so far, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. If any of you listening out there want to get more of this podcast, then I suggest that you subscribe to us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts. Leave a 5-star review. Give us a rating. Let us know how much you love the show, because we really love making it. So yeah, please go ahead and do that. If you enjoy the people who are on this podcast as well, if you like them enough that you might want to check them out on social media. Jamie, if people want to go and at you about your horrible conversation that you had to have in this episode with Zakaiya, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Jemu1987.
Lovely. And Amy, if people want to find you on the social media and weep with you about the realization that Aark came to of your family all being killed at his hand and his unsuccessful stoppage of Plane Walker, where can they get at you on the social media?
I mean, or we can just discuss like Aark dating tactics, because I feel like that's more of a party.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So I'm on Twitter at Amy_Mallett, and I'm on Instagram at I think therefore I Amy, and I also have my own podcast all about video game storytelling, which is called My Game Fiction Addiction. So if you're pretty nerdy, that could also be something you'd like.
Yeah, if you're listening to this podcast, you're obviously a fan of narrative stuff, so please go check it out. It's a great podcast, Amy. Ads. If people want to get at you and talk to you about, I don't know, trees, foliage, leaf smegma, where can they get at you on the social media?
If you want to find out about me and my roots, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Adam Wilbourn.
Thank you so much for playing in this episode, guys. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week for the next episode of Dice with Death. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Time to leave.
Hey.
Oh.